You played in the Super Bowl. Obviously, you had a front row seat for arguably the best rivalry in the National Football League with the Packers and the Bears. You grew up with this rivalry. You're from the state of Ohio. You are a guy who I assume you haven't bought a meal in the state of Michigan for almost 3 decades. And your bust resides in your home state of Ohio in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Put in perspective what this rivalry game, Michigan-Ohio State, means, Charles.
Well, if you're a player, Rich, and you play in this game, it's the game you're judged on. You know, for every player that plays for the Buckeyes, every player that plays for Michigan, you know, as you live your life and you go on to do other things and people, you know who you are, recognize you, or find out who you are and know that you went to either Michigan or Ohio State, the first thing they're going to ask you, hey, what was your record against Ohio State? What was your record against Michigan? So for these young kids playing in this rivalry, they're always, for the rest of their life, going to be judged on how they played in this game. So that's the magnitude of the game. You know, each university, each week during the season, we have this game circled. We work on the opposing team each week during the year, regardless of who we're playing that week. So this game, this is a big one, Rich. This is a big game, man, and it's a game that'll follow you for the rest of your life.
I mean, could you imagine? I mean, for Michigan to basically say last year wasn't a one-off, and how does a winning streak taste? And then for Ohio State to basically say last year was a one-off, and you're back to being the Big Ten backbencher with the rest of everybody else while Ohio State moves on into a college football playoff. I mean, that is something else, because I am assuming the loser of this game is going to be out, with LSU sitting there. Even if they, if they lose to Georgia, they're out. USC has 2 big games against Notre Dame, and then you got the Pac-12 championship against Oregon. I'm assuming the loser of this is out, even though I've been advocating otherwise for that. Alabama still lurks. Clemson, a 1-loss team at 8. What do you think, Charles?
Yeah, you have some other teams knocking on the door that are right there. If USC wins out, they're going to get a strong push, to be in the college football playoffs for sure. I think it's going to be really tough for, the committee to put in 2 Big Ten teams. I think if there's a shot, then this has to be a 35-34 type ball game, really close, to really, turn the attention on that game to where they would say, you know what, we need these 2 teams in the tournament. But if it's not that type of game, then I don't see 2 Big Ten teams getting in it. So whoever, this game, you need to win this game. Otherwise, you're not going to have a shot at getting into the tournament.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.